Our next offer is with Royal Caribbean on board the Splendour of the Seas. And this gives you a chance to stay in Lake Como for 3 nights as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a unique package. I think it's the first time we've featured this
particular
package.
It's
really
Should we
great.
take you on board? Because I did my first cruise with Royal Caribbean, and I think I've cruised them 4 times now.
Well, they're a great company. Again, this is another American cruise company, like Celebrity. They've been around a long time. And the great thing about Royal Caribbean is the ships are destinations in themselves. Yeah. There's so much to see and do. I mean, you're seeing the kind of golf putting, you're seeing some of the children's facilities. And remember, if you're watching this and you've got a family, cruising is amazing for the family because they get looked after. And you can go out and do your own thing and then pick your kids up in the evening, and then maybe they can get looked after as well in the evening, and you can go and have a romantic meal for 2. It is for the whole family. With Royal Caribbean, great food, a selection of different bars for you to enjoy. And the big thing that Royal Caribbean have is this word wow. And that's because it's the word that most people use constantly as they walk around when they sit and they watch these huge West End Broadway style shows, or when maybe they go and enjoy the ice rink and see the great dedicated ice show as well.
And they are spectacular, aren't they?
They really are. Look at the acrobatic. You saw them tumbling, the tumblers coming down there, and that happens in the grand, you know, the kind of the auditoriums right in the centre of the ship. So it really is a fantastic experience. You've also got the traditional stuff, you know, where you go do the quizzes, you can go and watch the sport in the sports bar, you know, go and have a nice cocktail out on deck, soaking up the sun. But really, with Royal Caribbean, they really do like to innovate.
It still amazes me that some people that have never cruised say, "Oh, I think I might be bored." It's, you know, to me, it seems the most ridiculous thing to say. Because a land holiday, stuck in one hotel with the same bar, the same restaurant, the same pool, but you're seeing all these different destinations, and you've got a ship that has so many, say, options available for everybody.
Loads of options, and every cabin gets an iPad. Not to keep, I should say that, not to keep, you just get to borrow it, and then what you can do is you can order like late night food when you're a bit peckish, you come back from the show, not that I did that, and you can, you know, you can surf the web, you can do loads of stuff. It's great. It's great.
And, you know, tonight we would love you to just give us a call on that free phone number, 0800 840 1088. So let's talk to where we can be cruising to on this one. So it starts off with Keith's full of apple now. So I'll take over, Keith.
No, so,
a flight to Milan.
Yeah, a flight to Milan, and then you're going to go to Lake Como for a 3-night stay in a 4-star hotel. And this is beautiful. You know, this was favoured for many, many years by the European aristocracy. It's one of the most beautiful landscapes around Italy, great wildlife, spectacular backdrop of what they call the Gregna Mountains. It's Italy's deepest lake, and you'll literally see all the little resort areas sit along the lake edge. It's absolutely stunning.
Oh, it looks so picturesque.
It really, really is. I mean, you won't want to do anything other than just sit, soak up a bit of sun, read a book, have a cocktail delivered to you, or maybe get a ferry over and explore the different edges of Lake Como. Or again, hike round up into the mountains and see some of the views. Okay, then after you've had that wonderful, relaxing start, unique start to your start of your holiday, you're then going over through into Venice. You've got a 1-night stay in a hotel in Venice. The one thing we should note here is that you will have to, it's really easy but quite a simple thing, is to get off the train to get to your hotel. Just take the train up there and you can do that, a couple of euros. And then you get to explore Venice. What Napoleon talked about, you know, the most elegant drawing room in the whole of Europe, St Mark's Square. St Mark's there is incredible, with the Campanile. The views from the Campanile up there are stunning.
And the lovely thing about, you know, some cruises, although the cruise out of Venice, you don't actually get much time there, but you have got time here with that 1-night stay.
Yeah, you do. That's the that's the amazing thing here, Sean. And again, you know, 117 islands, 150 canals, over 400 bridges. The best advice for Venice: get lost. Go and find your own part of Venice. Don't worry about even checking a guidebook. Wander off, because it's all beautiful. There isn't anything that you won't enjoy in Venice.
And then you're transferred from that hotel to port, and you embark the Splendour of the Seas for a wonderful, stunning 7-night cruise.
You
Where's
do.
first then, Keith?
So Kotor is first. Incredible walled city. The actual bay that you're sailing into is Southern Europe's longest bay and most dramatic area. And the sailing, you want to be out on deck at least an hour before you arrive. Then you're going to see this walled city. The best advice is to walk the walls and see the views. And inside, you've got this wonderful mixture of narrow alleyways and piazzas and churches and palaces and cafes and clubs and bars and restaurants, beautifully car-free. Look at that stunning views there with the mountains in the background. The Maritime Museum's well worth looking at, and you can head out if you want onto the enchanting wine road and try some of those delicious wines. Okay, then we're going through to Corfu. Corfu, one of the most beautiful islands in the Caribbean, the setting of Shakespeare's The Tempest, millions of silvery olive trees gracing the hillside, the scent of lemon blossom in your nostrils. Great chance to wander down and see the old fortified Corfu Old Town, see a game of cricket in the old square, maybe head out to the Achillean Palace where they filmed For Your Eyes Only. Then we're going through to Athens, the cradle of Western civilization. Since the 2004 Olympics, very easy to get around thanks to the metro system and the great interconnected walkways. You can go up and walk up the sun-bleached steps of the Acropolis and see the views from the top of the Parthenon, maybe go and haggle in the Monostraki street markets, or just enjoy a nice cheeky drink in one of the wonderful cafes in the Plaka district. Incredible place. Come and see the changing of the guard as well.
This is such a beautiful part of the world, isn't it?
It really is, Sean. It really, really is. And it's still not finished because we're going to Mykonos, an island I know you're a big fan of.
I love it.
Iconic windmills dating back to the 16th century, fabulous long beaches, and an irresistible old town known as Hora, which apparently was built to confuse pirates. Certainly confused me. And, you know, you've even got a lovely pelican, which is the national symbol of the city, the island, and it's got a full-time carer. So go and see Patronus the pelican. That's my advice.
That's true,
It's
isn't
true,
it?
yeah, they pay for a full-time carer. Yeah. OK, then we go to Kefalonia, Agostoli. This is great. All I'm going to say here, Captain Corelli's mandolin. If you've seen the film, you've seen this island. It's incredible to explore. Very, very beautiful.
And then a final day at sea to enjoy that fabulous ship. Back to Venice, where you disembark. You get a transfer from port and your flight, of course, back to London. Let's remind you of everything that's included here. Now, this is a brand new exclusive package, of course. You return flights from London. We can always, generally speaking, provide flights from most UK airports. Again, just give us a call. We'll talk you through what's available. You get that extra night stay in Venice, and don't forget, items will differ slightly depending on departure date, and we've got loads of dates to choose from this one. I mean, that just gives you an idea, but we've got May dates right the way through to October as well. And you see lots of the upgrades there, and not much more, so you know, it might be well worth going for an ocean view or even a balcony there as well. Particularly in October, actually, the difference is very, very small.